Luckily, everything is calm. No one's freaking out on social media. Everybody's keeping a level head. No one is, there's no panicans out there or anything like that. Everyone is taking the information and not overreacting to every piece of news that is dropped. That is a lot of sarcasm because holy shit, the meltdowns and the freakouts is still happening all across social media based on every piece of information that is released. And we're going to go over some of that today. This tweet. So, Pete, the panicans are out because, oh my God. And then they're posting stuff like, where did this guy go? Like an old clip of Trump. So this right here is classic Donald Trump. This is classic Donald Trump. You know, we know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. He is an easy target, but is safe there. We are not going to take him out, kill, or at least not for now. But we don't want missiles shot at civilians or American soldiers. Our patience is wearing thin. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Matt Gaetz put up a tweet just a little while ago. Listen to this. Listen to this right here.
Obviously, the war in Iraq was a big, fat mistake. George Bush made a mistake. We can make mistakes, but that one was a beauty. We should have never been in Iraq. We have destabilized the Middle East. They lied. Okay. They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none. Obviously,
so
the war.
You know, these are there's a lot of parallels with what he's saying right there to what MAGA is saying to him right now. I just want a little more transparency from the administration. I don't think that there's a lot of transparency right now, which is creating a lot of the problems. So to be clear, I'm on Trump's side. I'm going to support President Trump, but I am very critical of the way that this is playing out right now. I think there are valid criticisms, and I think people should continue with those criticisms. The warmongers are like foaming at the mouth. Here's Lindsey Graham foaming at the mouth over this.
Can you guarantee that? Can President Trump in any form, can you make the commitment that this would not lead to a longer war?
I can guarantee you that if the Ayatollah gets a nuclear weapon, he will use it. I believe that with all my heart and soul. So the men and women who serve, they're the ones going, not people answering a poll. And if you ask them, would you be willing to risk your life to stop the Ayatollah from having a nuclear weapon? All of them would say yes, because it makes their country, our country, safer. So we live in a world where you got to confront problems. You want to avoid World War III? Learn the lessons from World War II. People in World War II appeased Hitler to the point that it got so much out of hand. We had a world war and 60 million people got killed. So we live in a world where you pay now or you pay later. Let's stop this threat before he gets a nuclear weapon. Let's end this reign of terror. Let's do it now. It's not going to take 20 months, but I can't guarantee you your freedom and your safety unless we're willing to fight for it. I can guarantee you this. If we don't fight for our freedom, we will lose it.
I hate that man so much. I truly despise him. Like he may be, of all politicians, I might hate Lindsey Graham the most. I really might hate him more than any politician. In fact, JD Vance even called out some guy that previously supported DeSantis, which was really funny. Right here. So right here, this guy, if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong because the lore has gotten so complicated. I believe this David guy that JD Vance is responding to, somebody can do some researches. I feel like he was a friend of Jack Murphy's. I feel like him and Jack Murphy had a ton of like weird pictures that resurfaced after Jack Murphy got exposed as being a cuck. I think. So anyway, here's JD Vance responding to him. And then I love how JD Vance puts in parentheses that he supported DeSantis in the 2024 primary. This loser who supported DeSantis in the 2024 primary is now attacking my team, which has been working tirelessly to implement the president's agenda. He has no evidence of this BS smear because there isn't any. Dude, JD Vance is like sounding more and more like Trump every day. Calling him a loser is great, but the fact that he decided to qualify it by calling this, that sounds like something I would say. Like, I'm petty enough. I'm petty enough to remind you that some loser was a DeSantis bro, not JD Vance. JD Vance is getting petty as hell. I love it, dude. JD Vance is awesome. So calling out this DeSantis bro. Trump posted this on True Social last night. I have not reached out to Iran for any peace talks in any way, shape, or form. This is more highly fabricated fake news. If they want to talk, they know how to reach me. They should have taken the deal that was on the table. Would have saved a lot of lives. So this is the thing that gets lost in all of this, is that people that accuse Trump of being a warmongers aren't begging for their opponent to sign a peace deal. They're just not. That doesn't make sense. Warmongers aren't begging for a peace deal. This was reported 40-something minutes ago. I'm not here. I don't see any. Yeah, right here. I agree. These accounts are being reckless by sharing these unconfirmed reports by Israeli outlets. They have been wrong countless times, and yet everyone keeps posting them. Same with Axios reports. 100%. 100%. This is what I'm talking about on social media right now. It's crazy. Holy shit. It's out of control right now, the amount of bullshit that we're seeing, and they just keep running with it. Iranian state media has said there is a surprise tonight that the world will remember for centuries. This is from Iranian state media. Holy crap. Now, do we believe that? I don't believe that any more than I believe Israeli state media. I don't know what that means, and I don't know if it should be taken seriously or not, but there's so much bullshit, so we're just going to have to filter through all of that. So